Hi, my beautiful person. First of all, I appreciate that you are here and taking your time to realize that behind every successful business, there is a system, and people are just doing random actions throughout their days and not coming into conclusion where is their goal and how to achieve this goal. Today, I'm gonna show you what is possible with personal brand, what you can achieve, and how you can improve your business or service with personal brand. So this is a growth, a sales system for your personal brand. And this is my roadmap. After creating this roadmap, I realized that some people have in mindset for $500 and some people have mindset for $1 million, and only you choose what your mindset is. There is like systems that are available to everyone. And the point here in this roadmap, I want to show you that the only systems matters, but you approach the system and what mindset and inner work you've done on yourself to actually achieve your goals. So, who is this for? This is for immigrant woman building a freedom on her own terms, ready to charge premium for her work. Second, if you wanna go from invisible on social media to seen, trusted, and paid, and you want to create the life you want faster, that the life you want isn't years away; it's one step away through personal brand. This is the biggest asset you can build for yourself in 2026. This is for you if you're done waiting for fear and the imposter voice to disappear before you start. Then, if you tried selling courses, digital products, but it's not working, if you're selling services one to one or done for you, if you're building a personal brand from scratch, if you're growing a lifestyle page into income. Look, all this roadmap is for you because none of this needs a huge following. Your personal brand doesn't need a huge following or ad budget or team. Only thing your brand needs is a system. This roadmap is not for someone who is ready to be rescued. This is for women who want to take responsibility and want to take responsibility. She want to grow, want to execute. Watching this video, I want you to apply it immediately on your personal brand. My result, what this system gives me, it gives me income that doesn't ride on viral hit. I don't care about going viral anymore. I'm building an audience that buys, not just watches my content. I don't need to pay the ads. I don't need to post 4 times a day. I need just a system. And I'm going to share this system with you. What you'll get here in this roadmap. I'm going to go through the exact questions people ask me about building up in their personal brand. Every answer is one more piece of the system. By the end, you will see why some creators post for years and stay broke while others sell with 200 or 2,000 followers. Let's move into my method, which is self-style, seen, sell. This is the whole roadmap built on this 4 stages. And the first stage is self. Obviously, we have a lot of tension when we're trying to build some business. We have a lot of limiting beliefs and we don't know how to show up, what to do. So basically, this is for you if you don't know where to start at all. And if you're realizing that you're capable of a lot of things and you actually have some knowledge, but you don't know how to show it and you're scared to show it. So this is self. Inner work first. Understand who you actually are, your identity, client passport, and product concept. The second stage is style. Package it so stranger gets you in seconds. Your voice, your look, your offer. So they see you and you become the obvious choice for them. So it covers positioning, formula, and framing effect. We're going to talk about all those things. The third one is seeing. You get in front of the right people on repeat. Content built to stop the scroll, shift the belief, or pull in buyers, not just tourists or some random viewers. Okay, we're going to talk about economics of influence. For one, of course, monetization, sell, how to turn attention into income with a system that runs when whether you're launching or you're quiet. So you're not only relying on some crazy launches. Sell the result, make the next step obvious, keep client, pass the first payment. Let's dive into the self part right now, where we're gonna cover client passport. What is the client passport? Everything starts with the person. If you get them wrong and the results falls apart. Client passport, it's audience analysis. It's basically finding out who is your ideal person, your ICP. Common mistake. People usually say, okay, my ideal client or my ideal whatever is just a woman, 24 to 45. She wants to earn more. This is not correct. This tells nothing about what she'll actually buy. You do this instead. You go deeper. You ask the question, what does her day look like? What does she blame herself for at 11 p.m.? What has she already tried that didn't work? Use her words. Sell to person, but not a demographic. You have to be hyper specific who you talk to. Second common mistake is being useful to everyone. When you speak to everyone, you move on no one. You move no one. Content for all converts no one. You need to pick one person and talk only to her. You should go narrow. The more people feel you are reading their mind. The third mistake is guessing instead of asking. You invent a client in your head, build a product for that fantasy, then wonder why nobody buys. So we know making up some fantasy about your origin client. We see the data because the data comes from real conversations you already have, from real DMs, calls, replies. Ask what's actually stopping them from purchasing your product or service. Their words become your content and your offer. Okay, this was the first part of self. Then we move into product concept. Once you know who you're selling to, the next question is what exactly you're selling. Common mistakes. Once again, a product that doesn't match what you actually do, not aligned with who you are. You sell a photography course, but maybe you want to sell a photo shoot for the women who want to feel confident in her body, and this photo shoot will help her to achieve that. You are great at one thing and sell another because it looks more profitable. It won't sell and you'll burn out faster. So you do this instead. You build the product on your real strength and your audience. That's the only version you can sell for years without hating it. Next common mistake, a weak offer. Two identical products sell at completely different prices. Same value, different offer. The offer is what people actually pay for. Do this instead, okay? Strong offer is just a combination of clear result, who is this for and why now. Wrap the same expertise properly and price stops being and the objection. Okay, next, we are moving to position formula, which is the part of style, how people see you online. Packaging, like your positioning, is in decoration. A stranger decides in seconds whether you're worth their money. So open your profile the way they see it. In 5 seconds, is it clear who you are, what you do, and why you're worth trusting? If not, they are gone before you even say the word. They're not gonna say your content. Make it obvious. So say plainly who you help and how. Show proof fast, results, cases, numbers, reviews if you have some. Give them one clear reason to stay. So we are going into framing effect to understand the exact same service and exact same provider or person who have a business, but people not judge you as a person. They judge the frame around you. Basically, this in marketing calls a framing effect. If I ask you a question, what square is darker? You're gonna say me this one, but actually the squares are identical. So people don't judge you on substance alone. They judge the frame around it. Can be the same expert or service provider, but if you have a wrong frame, it looks cheap. Right frame looks like the obvious choice. This is the end of the style part. And we're gonna move into the scene part, which is economics of influence. Content builds on analytics. The more you analyze, more you understand what's working for your audience and your content. So, common mistake, building content on inspiration. Maybe you say, I don't know what to film today. Way to feel inspired, and you'll post twice a month, wondering why your business not growing. Do this instead. Write 30 questions your clients ask, 30 objections, 30 situations they're stuck in. That's months of content and no inspiration required. This is so simple, but yet people skip this step. Second common mistake, talking about pain instead of the situation. You start your content tired, overwhelmed, no time. Nobody see themselves in the pain. They scroll past. But we want to do the content that show a specific moment. It's more specific about the situation in everyday life that people facing. So it's 11 p.m. and you're still editing a reel nobody will watch. She recognizes herself, and that's when trust starts. Third common mistake, trying to be useful instead of convincing. We don't need the tips. There is so many tips and information out there. People save your post and buy from someone else. We wanna start with shifting the belief of the person. This content doesn't just teach, but it answer why does this matter and why can't I do it alone? Not only how. Wanna mark this because most of the people thinks that useful tips in content, people need a useful tips. They don't. They need a belief shift, the transformation you can provide for them. Fourth common mistake, chasing views instead of buyers. Look, a million views from a wrong people, it's nothing. It feels amazing. You got dopamine addiction, but it pays nothing. A small reel that pulls the right people beats a viral one full of tourists. Measure who was, not how many. Okay, talks about some common mistakes. Now I want to tell you how to go viral on organic. Three rules and never use the paid ad. Rule number one, first 3 seconds break a habitual thought. Not like, guys, how are you? My name is Diana. Something like this not gonna stop the scroll. You, in 3 seconds, you have 2 or 3 seconds to change something, to create a curiosity, to create an open loop, to create some shift in their brain. So they're like, okay, this make me think different. The rule number two, one video, one idea. If you have in one video 3 points and people remember none, one thought, you need to have one thought and one video. Rule number three, every video changes one belief. Not a tip, but here's why what you believed was wrong. The one rule that matters, that content stops being about views the moment it starts changing what one person believes. That's when a viewer become a buyer. Let's move to the most interesting and most amazing part, my favorite part, which is sales system. The part everyone skips, then blames the algorithm and they blames everyone around that their business is not growing. Look, cannot sell only when you need money. You go quiet for weeks, then panic post at lunch or panic post when you need money. The audience feels it. Desperation never converts. So do this instead. Selling is a steady flow and small mention every week. So buying from you feels normal instead of a sudden. If you can notice, I do this in my content. Even if I talk about lifestyle, what I'm doing today, in the end, you can see that I'm referring this for my life that I built with personal brand. This is already selling. Second mistake, waiting for people to ask to buy. They're not gonna buy from you. Even people who want it, they need to be told the next step. So what they supposed to do should be clear call to action. Every strong piece of content make the next step obvious. Spell out exactly how to work with you. Comment the word, the DM, the keyword, whatever. But please don't leave the content on the that's it, guys. The third is selling the product instead of results. Okay, you can sell 8 models, 40 lessons, lifetime access. Nobody wants lessons. They want the life on the other side of them. So we sell the after, who they become, what changes for them, features, reassure. The result is what they buy. And the last mistake, thinking sales and its payment. So when the person pays you, it is where it starts. A happy client buys again, refers you, and becomes the best. The system doesn't stop but thanks you for your purchase. It built to turn one buyer into repeat revenue and word of mouth. Okay, talk about like people actually buy and the mechanism of transformation. People don't buy because they believe in you. Let's be honest, they don't believe in the result you provide. They're a stranger, they don't know you, but they buy because they believe in the mechanism of change, explain why it works, and buying becomes the logical step. You show the context. Don't describe the destination, show the distance between where she is now and where she could be. Second, the cost. Name what's compounding while she waits. Show her the cost. It's not only missing result, it's what quietly gets worse every month she stays invisible. Three, certainty. Show why it works, why your mechanism works, why it works differently, why it will work for her specifically, and why now. Five is proof, evidence removed up. Show how you think and how it works until she concludes. If she thinks like that, there is something real behind it. Six, sell the mechanism. People don't buy transformation because it sounds exciting. The mechanism is what makes the results believable. That's why they buy later. So basically, to conclude all of this, sales live inside the journey. Don't force the sale, build the path. So every piece of content deepens the belief in the next step. The sale become the consequence of the change already happening. I feel like this roadmap gonna help you if you realize that we are not selling the product, we're selling the mechanism of transformation, and we need to make this mechanism of transformation obvious for our ideal client, make the ideal client so clear the point I how she would wake up and how she finishes her day. We need to know exact steps and exact thoughts and exact fears she's facing every single day, so we can create a content for this and actually provide the transformation she actually needs. So I'm going to answer the questions. Where do I get clients if I have none right now? Clients are not a follower count. Then they appear when one person finally gets who you are and why you're worth trusting. You don't need thousands of people. This was my mistake in the beginning, and I'm not gonna do this mistake anymore because I realized that you need the right message hitting the right person on repeat, not the wrong message to the wrong people. Okay. What if I only have 300 followers? So this is the best part because people think that you need thousands of followers to make money online. It's super wrong. You need 300 warm people to trust you. The follower count is nothing. I don't understand why people chasing views, dopamine addiction. Growth without a system doesn't promise income, okay? System with 300 people does. The third question, I don't know how to sell. What then? Selling through a personal brand is a pressure or I'll change your life. Showing someone you understand their problem better than you do, and then you have the way out. Do that and it stops feeling like a selling. So, what the last part? What matters the most? Questions are only the tip. The real shift happens when you stop guessing and start running a system that gives you results, not only followers, but also income and growth. So that's where clients come from and where income gets predictable. For this, you need a system. You need to understand that all these questions, why does content doesn't work? Why do you get views but no sales? Why do you post constantly and stay invisible? All it has an answer. It's not a lack, it's a lack of system. So I gave you a framework you can use for yourself, but next step is your map. I want to really make sure you get results from all of this, giving you the frameworks, but what I can give you is specifically advice for your business. I have the link under this video to book a free no pressure call with me, just me to genuinely see your business from inside, for your personal brand from inside, and see how I can help. Whether you're building from scratch, whether you already have some business on social media, we can all fix this using the exact system I just showed you. Hopefully, guys, this was informative for you. You will apply it on your business and finally get the results you desire, and stop thinking that you need million, thousand followers to grow your business on social media, to grow your personal brand. You open up opportunities for yourself for the personal brand, and you know what is your next move. Thank you for watching this, and let's build our amazing personal brands.